positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. You do your time and I'll do my time. That's what I used to tell people in prison, because they used to get mad when they seen me doing my own thing. People in there wanted to try to control your time. And I'm not talking about the guards or the warden, I'm talking about other inmates. I had dudes literally want to fight me because they seen that I was doing my own time. And I used to tell them, I'm not really doing time, I'm passing through. What do you mean you're passing through? I'm passing through here. I don't own any of this shit. I don't own the toilet. I don't own the TV. I don't own that cell. I don't own these boots they gave me, these clothes. I don't own any of this stuff. I'm just passing through here. And that's the mentality I had that allowed me to keep my mind free and to envision being a person who never was in prison, to not allow myself to be hindered by the experience I was currently experiencing at that time. I didn't want that experience to be a program that hindered me going into the future. So I was already thinking on how could I prevent the immediate from affecting me in the future. And this is one of the books I used to walk around with, Black's Law Dictionary. I used to have this in my laundry bag, carry it to the law library, and man, the other brothers in there used to be in their feelings because I wasn't on the yard, walking the track. I would go work out, do my thing. I had another brother I would work out with. We would do our routine, and after that, I would go and shower back in the unit, go to lunch. After lunch, I would go spend a couple hours in the law library, and then I would go back to the law library, usually in the evening, to study. But that was my routine. I stayed out the way. I didn't want to know about prison politics as far as the gossip, who was doing what. The less you know, the better off you were. And I was trying to educate myself, man. That my main thing was figuring out how I got caught up in a situation I was in, because it wasn't just the bank robbery. Obviously, I had some mental issues I was dealing with in order to entertain a bank robbery, but beyond that, the legalities of how I was convicted, it could have seemed straightforward because they caught me, high-speed chase, blah, 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 but I want to educate myself on the law. I want to know what the Bill of Rights were, what the Constitution represented, what the Declaration of Independence was, what the Congressional Acts was, the legal terminology for the words they use in court. I don't want to be walking around an idiot. I want to understand the language. You understand the language, you can't just say anything because there's a lot of etymology in the words and you do a lot of assuming. Do you know that most people are walking around in prison and can get time off and they're just doing their time playing dominoes, playing cards, and watching TV? They could actually probably get back into court because most likely they were charged with something that wasn't relevant to their case, something that wouldn't stick if they would have challenged it, but their attorneys, because of the deal they made with the prosecutor, never brought it up in court. There's guys in there, and you know who usually helps those people are the legal guys in jail called the jailhouse lawyers. Those are the individuals who usually help other inmates get that time off. But that's what I did. I stayed in the law library, and to keep my mind also on some fantasy time, and I carried one of these, not this one in particular. I collect DuPont registers, but I usually had a DuPont or Rob report somebody would let me borrow, and I stayed looking at the DuPont or Rob report, Architectural Digest, Vanity Fair, but I would keep that magazine with me and pull it out. You know, me and my buddy would look at it, talk about the cars we would be driving if we were, you know, in LA doing our thing, or, you know, what we want to get when we got out, and just staying up on what's going on, just keeping our minds free, not, you know, like I said, taking the reality, which was that particular part of the matrix, and buying into it. You know, I never bought into it. I never bought into the prison shit. And so the DuPont was one of the ways that, you know, in the Robb Report and some of the other magazines, Architectural Digest, there's another one on Condé Nast, you know, a lot of travel stuff. I would just always put myself in a state of mind where I was out of the prison. I was free. My mind was somewhere else. I might be in Bali, I might be in Miami, I might be over in Montebello. I'd be all over the world. I wouldn't be in prison, not with those dudes, not with those knuckleheads. And I had a guy that saw me looking at one of these, and it was a DuPont Homes. And he was looking at me, and just, you know, I had a hair up his ass, and, oh man, why you always looking at those magazines of DuPont Homes and cars and stuff? You think you're gonna get that when you get out? I said, man, there's a lot of things I'm gonna do when I get out. How you gonna do it? I said, don't worry about it. You're never gonna see me again, buddy. Me and you are never gonna cross paths. We're not in the same circles on the street. Oh man, you need to just go get you a job. I said, you already have a job in here. You go work in the factories and be happy. I'm gonna do what I do. And this person was in their feelings. They wanted to fight me because I wasn't doing what they were doing, and because I had dreams. I still dreamed. I wasn't stuck on prison beat me down and put me in a box when I got out, and I'm the ex-felon and I gotta go do this or do that. I wasn't that guy. And these guys, man, the people in prison, miserable, just like a lot of people on the street, miserable. And you can apply the same terminology to a person on the street. You live your life and I'll live mine. Live your life and I'll live mine. You don't like what I'm into? Well, then don't talk to me. You don't have the passion I have about certain things, then don't talk to me. I'll find other people that have the same interests. I'll find other passionate people. I don't really need to entertain myself just because I'm lonely. I don't need to talk to you to make myself feel validated. Live your life and I will live mine. I could be doing 100 other things besides entertaining myself for an hour with you that I can't get back. Rather go and look at my old edition of the DuPont Register than to talk to your non-motivated, no dreaming, no vision, depressed, miserable, mad at the world, pathetic ass. So, you know, I keep it pushing. And when you run across people like that, you gotta keep it pushing. You don't even want to let them know how much you dream, how much you think as far as your vision, because a lot of people don't like it. They get mad, they want to say things about you, defamate your character, talk behind your back, because they have no ability to see anything that's not right in front of them. That's all they see. Whatever's in front of them, that's the reality. That's it. They're topped out. They don't think about, you know, I would like to go here. I'm gonna build this project. I'm gonna, you know, make this happen. I'm gonna work on this. You know, they don't have none of that. They get mad. Oh man, you're materialistic. Oh, you just want to do this or do that, or it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just because I have vision. I have things I want to accomplish. I enjoy life. Just because you tapped out and you're at a point where you feel life is over with, then man, get the hell away from me. I don't want to hear that poison. That's toxic right there. Stay away from those people. You live your life and I will live my life. I used to tell them, you do your time and I will do mine. But the difference is I'm only passing through. You really believe this shit. That's why you call yourself an inmate, a convict. You love that shit. You love that title. You wear it with pride. It's like people out here that get caught up in all this terminology. Man, look, don't put me in no damn terminology, man. I'm going to do what I do and keep it pushing, but I'm not going to let you box me in, because that's what they want to do, is box you in. If you're a certain color skin or this and that, you better agree with that. You better go along with this. You better not buck. You better not, man, what? My whole life I've been bucking this. I'm not following these dudes over here or doing that because you say I'm supposed to. Who are you? Do you? And put yourself around people who have the same mentality that you have, so you can continue to grow, enlighten yourself, and just think about, when you see something or you think about something, doubt is faith misplaced. Yeah, that's what I heard that I was listening to a motivational video the other day by Neville, and he said it. Doubt is faith misplaced. So when you doubt yourself, you're putting your faith in the wrong place. Just move it in another direction, and you see your life will change. It will continue to change, and eventually you'll shine in the things that you dream about, you vision. You'll wake up and that will be your reality. Visualize the sound of that car, that smell of that leather interior, driving down the coast, what the ocean smells like with the top down, what song you'll be playing, the feel of the steering wheel, the sound of the exhaust. You're just cruising that sports car or that muscle car. For me, it'd be a hard top, be the Chevelle, barking, V8 screaming, supercharger, the wife with me, my little dogs with me in the back, man. We taking road trips. I visualize that. You could do the same thing with whatever you want to do, the house you want to live in. Visualize the furniture you want in that house, the layout, the kitchen, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what kind of bathtub, what type of shower, what type of backyard, the pool, the jacuzzi, the landscape, the garage, the man cave, the in-law quarters. Just visualize it. It don't matter if you're living in a tent right now. Things will start happening in your life so that you will wake up in that house. You will be driving that car. You will have that wonderful person in your life next to you that supports you. Believe in yourself and believe that everything you're doing is working toward your goal, but you have to believe and you have to be working towards it. BigHerc916.com, pick up some merch, hit that like button, share the channel, man. I keep that motivational conversation over here. To pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster. Coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gangbanging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.